little doe patrol mission tonight. Kind of gonna be in a spot that's like a pretty heavy intersection. Creek crossing, cut beans on one side, standing corn on another. And truthfully, there's no telling where they're gonna come from, but I got a south wind. I think they're gonna come from the south, so I'm just gonna slip in. It's 4 o'clock. I'm just gonna sit on the ground and kind of just tuck myself in, see what happens. Got one more doe tag. It's the end of October, so I'd like to fill my doe tags and shoot some does before they start rutting too hard. It's gonna be risky, but I think I can make it happen, especially if they come from this way. I'm able to see them. If they come from this way, it might be tough. Rush everything in if I can. Alright, good morning. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Halloween. And my big buck, he's been MIA until last night. He was on several cameras. If I had to guess, he was breeding a doe the last couple days, and that's kind of why he wasn't around. I was a little worried, to be honest. It was like 4 or 5 days that he wasn't anywhere.
But we got a sweeping cold front today. Rain all yesterday, so they should be up and moving. And I think I'm gonna go, honestly, probably right in the thick bedding that I've kind of been semi-hunting, because I feel like with the rain, he's gonna come in, check all his scrapes, and kind of do his rounds. So I think it's a all-day sit kind of day. Pretty windy. I'm tired. I've been going pretty hard so far, but I don't know. It's just feeling right.
Should have wore my bibs today. It's been windy and cold all day. This morning was pretty good, action-packed. Had that young stud of a 10. Kind of milling around, grunting, just checking it out for a while. Then I had a little forky come chasing 2 does down. And I could see some deer on the neighbors up in the top. I'm not sure what they were, but that ain't pretty well slowed down mid-morning, so I was hoping maybe midday something would come through, but I'm gonna try rattling again. It's like 4:30 right now. Try rattling before everything gets up and moving too much. See what happens. Once again, he didn't show. I'm not totally sure, but I wonder if my access is like pretty bad. The problem is there's corn this way, which is where I want to be accessing from. But I'm not really sure. Obviously I saw deer today, so who knows? Really cold, so I'm gonna get packed up and get out of here. I'm gonna hunt a different place tomorrow because I think they're gonna start cutting corn finally. So that'll help me once all that's out. Pretty productive day other than not seeing a shooter, but at least got to see some deer, which is fun. Alright, see you guys later. Happy election day. It's like, I don't know, 9:30 right now. Went to vote this morning, so I didn't get to go out before daylight. So I'm gonna slip in. Super rainy anyway, so I might not have even went out. Kind of worked out. But we're getting kind of a front pushing through. Not even a cold front, just like the winds are switching directions. We had a lot of east winds the last couple days. Finally getting some west, so with the drizzling and kind of just crap weather, I'm gonna just kind of, this plane is loud, but kind of still hunt my way in. So, I don't know, I just realized I didn't explain what still hunting is very well. I used to do this as a kid. I only ever hunted on the ground, so it's kind of a tactic that has worked for me. And basically what it is, you're really just taking your time. Sometimes you have a destination, sometimes you don't. You just kind of walk 10, 20 yards, stop, slowly look, scan, wait a moment, and then keep going. I'm sure there's different strategies out there, different people do, but it's kind of just what I've always done. I don't have any crazy rhyme or reason to it, other than just making sure your movement is pretty minimal. Because that's what deer pick up on, is movement. It's easy to do when you have like big timber. You know, you can kind of put trees between you, and obviously I'm in a CRP field, so it's a little bit harder, but the movement is what matters. There's enough of a breeze today that it kind of helps me. And this grass is so tall, like, some of it's taller than me, so that also helps. But it's good to do when you don't have a great access, or if you're getting in late like I am, when it's daylight. And I'm staying about anywhere from like 70 to 100 yards off the edge of the timber, because any deer that's gonna cruise up and down that edge, scent checking, I don't want them to pick up on my scent. And then when I get to my tree, I go straight to it from whatever direction is downwind. And another thing I'd like to kind of point out is a lot of people question, like, oh, well, you know, if you're rattling or calling or whatever, you know, like, do you just assume they're gonna go downwind? And the answer is like, sometimes, not always. But what matters is if you have a shooting lane downwind. Because you can't control what they're gonna do. But if you're ready for it, that's the most important thing. Man, I'd love to have a decoy right now. That'd be so cool. A little bit of misty, rainy. Just have one come posturing in. Alright. Anyway, that's just my little tip. Got a deer coming. I think it's a doe though. Or a little buck.